Hello, NASA HUNCH EVA Wire Tie team. First, I hope that this video finds you and your family doing well during this pandemic. I know that your life has been turned upside down. You once went to school and have fun learning and spending time with friends, and you might have also had other activities that allowed you to interact with your friends. Now you're learning on your own or from your parents, and the only way to see your friends are by way of a video chat. My heart goes out to those of you who are having challenges in this new environment that we find ourselves. Some of you have even had to experience a member of your family having to self-quarantine. Some of you might even have loved ones suffering from COVID-19. I'm truly sorry that you are experiencing this at your young age and that you are being so affected. This is a historical time, and during this time, you had the opportunity to help NASA complete our mission. And second, I want to thank you for being on my NASA HUNCH team and allowing me to come into your classroom and work side by side with each one of you. Thank you for working so hard to learn your part and do that part over and over again, so you became skilled on doing that specific task. I've put this video together because I want you to know that I deeply appreciate you in what you have accomplished. You have done something that very few people in the world can boast about. You made flight hardware. This flight hardware will fly to the International Space Station. That is so cool, and I hope you know what an amazing and accomplished individual you have become. You have become this person not because of NASA HUNCH. You were this person prior to joining the NASA HUNCH team. What you have done for NASA HUNCH proves that you are amazing and accomplished. Third, so what did you do that proved you are so amazing? You learned a skill and you mastered it. Whether it was cutting the wire to the correct length, straightening the wire so it didn't have any curves or bends, deburring the ends of the wire so there were no sharp edges, making a loop in the wire to the correct dimensions and tolerances, coiling the wire around itself so it is dimensionally correct and structurally sound. Or you inspected and cleaned the part prior to it being shipped to NASA, Johnson Space Center. If you did one or several of those tasks, you mastered it quickly, and just as important, you stayed with it when it lost its excitement. Many people can learn a new skill, but only those that are committed to the success of the project will stay with it during the numbers that you are asked to perform. So thank you so very much. Fourth, I want to let you know where we are now, considering the work limitations that we are now experiencing. We received all the shipments of the EVA wire ties. During the winter break, we had interns clean up any damage that took place in the shipping, inspecting and re-cleaning each wire tie. The first delivery is 400 wire ties out of the 600 that have been requested. During spring break, the team started applying RTV or silicone to the coil. This is a video of that process. See, George is working on his pool table at home, George Kessler, and he has this fixture set up to hold the wire tie straight and in tension. And he rotates it with the power drill. And now he's applying RTV first to the gap of the loop, and now he's applying it to the entire coil. See how George is steadying the tool And this tool, it uses, it's a pneumatic tool, so that George doesn't have to continue to pump a handle to get a good flow of RTV. You'll see that on his blocks of aluminum. He's got it wrapped with a tape so that it's not damaging the wire. So now he has the RTV applied to both ends. Now he'll set it aside. So here's a little over 200 EVA wire ties. They are set, they have to dry for 10 days. And here's the rest of them. So we have these metal dowels that we wrap tape around, and then they're hanging on it to dry. Once the RTV was applied, it had to dry for 10 days. You saw those pictures. We are performing this work at a local high school, and we're not using any students because we don't want to put them at risk during this time. This is critical spaceflight hardware, and it needs to be finished so that work can continue on the International Space Station. We're hoping the final thing now after that dries is to get an inspection from NASA Quality Assurance and Human Factors. We're hoping that will take place virtually so that we don't have to have more human interaction. But if it does, then what we will do is set up a room where they can go in one at a time by themselves and inspect the EVA wire ties. We will then bag them and tag them, put them in bonded storage so that when they're needed to go to the International Space Station, they can just pull them out of bonded stores and send them up there. Y'all have a great day, and thank you for allowing me to work with you and to make these EVA wire ties.